Day 3 of my mommy and me Paris vacation started with a professional photo shoot. I wanted something a little fancy, so I got Maya and I these blue dresses from Amazon. Her room is a Paris theme, so I want to blow these pictures up once we get them back. We started our day pretty early that day, and once we wrapped up, I did a quick change and we did a tour of the Eiffel Tower. As I mentioned in my first video, I went to Paris back in 2007 with 2 of my friends that were on this exact trip. So we went to the Eiffel Tower back then, but it was so fun to see it through my daughter's eyes. Of course, this was Maya's first trip to Europe, and when I tell you she was in awe of all of the architecture and how beautiful the Eiffel Tower was. Here's us getting in the elevator to go to the second level of the Eiffel Tower. Now, your girl was not going all the way up to the top because I do not do heights. Honestly, going up to this second level had me in my feelings. Like, I literally was trying not to look down. But when I tell you these kids weren't fazed by nothing, they had such a good time riding this elevator. Look how high we are up. It was nerve-wracking to me. So here is the view from the second level of the Eiffel Tower. You can see the entire city of Paris. When I tell you, it is absolutely breathtaking. As I mentioned, there were 28 of us on this trip, and I met some amazing moms. This is me and my girl Crystal having a good time on the second level of the Eiffel Tower. Baby, we had a time. The thing about Paris, you don't know what you're going to see. Look at this dog with these sunglasses chilling with his owner near the Eiffel Tower. So Paris is getting ready to host the Olympics, so you can see the Olympic rings on the side of the Eiffel Tower. This city is so busy already. I can't imagine all of the additional people that will be in Paris next month. The one thing I didn't get to do back in 2007 because we came in October and it was too cold was do a river cruise on the Seine. So after we toured the Eiffel Tower, Maya and I got on a Seine river cruise so we can see Paris from the river. And baby, when I tell you this cruise was so relaxing, it was so hot in Paris. And we did so much walking around to tour the Eiffel Tower. It was so nice to sit, let the breeze hit you, and really tour the city from a different vantage point. You also get to see the Eiffel Tower from afar. So it's a great way to get some shots of yourself with the Eiffel Tower in the background if you do the Seine River Cruise. The cruise is about 1 hour, and I think it's about 15 euros to get on the cruise. It's not expensive, and it's a quick turnaround. But baby, this view is absolutely priceless. After we left the Eiffel Tower, we did a vintage car tour, and when I tell you this was so much fun. I loved hearing the owner's story. His name is Clem, which is short for Clement, which reminded me of my dad, Clement. Clem has such amazing energy, and he was so passionate about these vintage cars. I believe he told me he started his business during the pandemic, so we had something in common. I told him a bit about my story and how I started my business in the pandemic as well. He took us all around the city. We had a chance to see the Louis Vuitton store as well as the hotel that they're building next to the Louis Vuitton store. Can you imagine staying in a Louis Vuitton hotel? Oh my God, it's going to be amazing. It was so fun doing this tour with my friends. Like I said, we visited this city back in 2007. So to bring our daughters back was so much fun. Hey, Clem. Not only did we get a chance to see some of the beautiful sights of Paris, we stopped and we took pictures along the way. When I tell you we couldn't have prayed for better weather in Paris, the week we went, there was not one drop of rain. It was sunny and absolutely beautiful. I'm telling you right now, if you go to Paris, you have to book this vintage car tour. It was a top-down, sun shining in my face type of moment. Now, I have to admit, the way they drive in Paris makes me a bit nervous. Baby, it's cars, bikes, and motorcycles all vying for a space on the street. If you can drive in Paris, baby, you can drive anywhere. If you can't tell, seeing the Eiffel Tower from all of these different vantage points were just it for me. That coupled with being back in the city with my friends 16 years later was everything. We were just missing our girl, Relinda. I love that I'm getting the opportunity to share my experience with you guys. Maybe it'll convince you to book the trip and see Paris with your own eyes. Day 3 in Paris was so memorable. And baby, we ended the day by having a mom's night out. And baby, I'll drink to that because when I tell you, mama got to have a life too. The older kids watch the younger kids while the mamas hit the town. We got a chance to experience this great speakeasy that had amazing drinks and some delicious food. And of course, the vibes were vibing. We honestly left this trip as sister moms. We all came on this trip to Paris with the same intention, to share the sights and sounds of this beautiful city with our children. And baby, that's exactly what we did. I'm so grateful to my friend Jill for bringing us all together. She doesn't just plan trips, she honestly plans experiences. Y'all stay tuned for day 4 where we visited London.